When we honor the fullness of life, we care for our dying with the same presence and tenderness that we bring to the celebration of a new human life. This includes making decisions that support a rich and vital experience in how we honor our lives and the lives of those we love through our rituals and memorials. As a growing awareness spreads and we remember the naturalness of being in the dying process, there is also a growing desire to take back the ceremonies, rites of passage, and care for our dead that give meaning and a sense of the sacred in the death, dying, and grief processes.
Religion offers people comfort. Beliefs offer people comfort. The funeral offers people comfort. And so a lot of my work is just to offer some sort of comfort to people, whether that's the dying person before they're coming to that, because I'm so familiar with it. I bring all those people who've gone before with me into every experience now.
Over the last 100 years, what we've really lost the ability to do is care for our own dead. And we've shortchanged the public as a result. We haven't allowed people to fully participate in the ritual process. I don't think the grieving process has been benefited. I think we have prevented people from feeling like they've done everything that they need to do.
When a doctor says, "We're sorry, there's nothing more that can be done," in my opinion, I go, wow, now the work starts. Now we can really get to the juicy stuff. And so part of that juicy stuff is allowing the person to tell their story.
And when you're in the sacred or in the profound with someone who is dying, whether that's slowly or fast, you can be present to them. Underestimating yourself, fluffing, being over polite, over fussy, doesn't serve anybody. So it's just about being present, and that's a practice. The more you practice that in life, the better you're going to get at it.
You gather around and people tell you while you're still alive how you've made a difference in their lives. And it's that meaning, being able to give that person, the dying person, the meaning about what their life has done for all these people is very powerful and can help them come to terms with their dying.
I think for the right family members and the right people, a home funeral definitely will put them in touch with their emotions more quickly in a much more concrete way, because there's no denying the fact that this person has gone. You know they're alive and then they're not, and you can tell they look different and they just are different, and you can accept that what it was that made them alive has now gone somewhere else.
So there are two main things that brought me to this work. And one was that I was 16 when my father died, and I was 17 when he was buried. So he died 2 days before my birthday. I had my birthday, and he was buried the day after my birthday. So the birth and death are very connected for me. And his funeral was really terrible. So I was 16. I admit I was, a pretty snotty little teenage girl. But I didn't have any say at all, not even as to what I could wear, who I had to ride with in the car. He was a military officer, so there was a 21-gun salute, which was so jarring and shocking. The preacher that did the eulogy didn't know him and really didn't say anything about him, so it was more like a church service than it was speaking of my father. And I also did not see him after he died. So I went around literally for 20 years. Is that my dad? That kind of looks like him. Did he run away from us? And so that's sort of the funeral piece of it. and why I really felt that. It was so harmful. It's like we had to deal with the death of our dad, and then we had to deal with this sort of meaningless procedure that was not related to him at all. Although people were doing the best that they could.